What is going on, my mates? So, around a year ago, I made a 3-part video series centered around a band called McCafferty and their lead singer, Nick Hartkop. It documented their rise and fall after their guitarist Evan made an Instagram post which revealed what Nick was like behind the scenes of McCafferty. Their singer Nick was accused of basically everything, and that's not at all hyperbolic. This man was accused of almost every bad action you could take toward another human being. If you're interested in knowing what happened and want to feel caught up before watching this vid, I'll link my McCafferty series down below. But today we're going to take a look at everything which happened after those events. And just a quick disclaimer before we get started. I'm not making this video or my past McCafferty videos to try to convince you that Nick is a bad person or to glorify his music or behavior. I'm simply documenting all of this because I find it interesting and others seem to as well. Whether or not you choose to listen to McCafferty is absolutely a personal choice I believe you should make yourself. I'm just showing you what has happened. So this chapter of the McCafferty manga begins November 2020, and prior to this we'd seen absolute radio silence from Nick, and for a while it felt like he was gone for good. But on November 4th, 2020, he released a song titled Isn't It Beautiful? The song is low quality in terms of production and sees Nick kinda trying to apologize and take accountability, but overall, it just comes off as manipulative, and I'm not gonna lie, there were some lines in the song where I was thinking, dang, maybe he is growing as a person and changing for the better, but then immediately I thought, wait, this is like the 10th time he's done this. Time and time again, Nick has shown he'll only apologize and take accountability when it's advantageous for him to do so. Because if someone apologizes to you, says they'll change, and continues to practice the same toxic behavior, that person isn't apologizing to you, they're manipulating you. And that's Nick's tactic he employs on his victims. So this is the part of the video where we're going to look at the lyrics to Isn't It Beautiful? I'm not going to read every line because these lyrics are literally the length of a short story, so we're just going to go over the most interesting lines. So grab a juice box and some gushers and let's do this. I don't know what to tell you, man. Those jokes are 3 years old, and I didn't know anyone was uncomfortable. Yeah? Well, I hope you and your fucking kids starve, man, and I hope Wes fucking dies in a car crash. And how about I trash his fucking bar, so you guys can't make anything else? Because you guys think you're fucking better than me, and I am not out of line. Honestly, man, those jokes from 3 years ago aren't even the problem anymore. It's so much bigger than that now. But anyway. She said that I cannot identify with a band unless I know everything about their lead singer. What does he look like? What are his motives? She said that he hates her, said that he hit her, and I will be the first to admit that there is something wrong inside of my brain. Here we see Nick reference some of the old offensive jokes he's said in the past. He also makes note of some of the horrific things he's said to his friends / past band members. It's honestly hard to tell what he's going for with the lyrics, because in this part it feels apologetic, like he's trying to be self-aware and criticize his past actions, but as the song drags on, it just feels like an attempt to make us feel sorry for him again. He's done this so many times now that it holds no meaning. It's like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, but worse. I am happy that all my personal struggles have been aired out for all of you to see, because the choice to accept mental illness is no longer just up to me. It is up to you to see what I've done, under the microscope, my entire life. Narcissistic mentally when I see people coming and try to define my complicated spirit and my complicated soul. I am mentally unwell, but like you, I have a soul. Ah yes, before Nick's struggles were aired out online, it was really hard for people to accept mental illness. A lot of people just thought it was fake. But after Nick's good deeds, mental health is now viewed in a very different, much more positive light. They are toxic, they are evil, I'm disgusted, just like him. And I abused my medication, and I lied and said I'm fine. But I was angry, saying faggot behind closed doors and still online. And I could talk about the suicide attempts I've had since everything went up. This song is strange because it feels like deja vu. It feels like something I've already heard before and listened to a bunch of times, yet it's a brand new song. It's so painfully McCafferty in all of the worst ways. Nick really nails the whole "I'm sorry but don't plan on changing" vibe extremely well, and adds just the right amount of "you should feel sorry for me" to take this song from a piece of music to a piece of true modern art. In the 4 weeks I spent hospitalized, but you would tell me that it's not enough. And we talk about accountability and what that looks like individually, so let me own up right here, right now, and say I take full accountability for being toxic and abusive and misleading with my life, and for anger that we pray for when I cry for you at night. And I am sorry for the pain and the things that I have said, and the people that I threatened, and I still wish that I was dead. I actually agree with Nick here. I would say that 4 weeks in a hospital is not enough time to completely change as a person and suddenly understand what taking accountability means, and actually following through with it. If I had a normal brain, then everything would be the same, but I don't. I found out recently that I have BPD, and that doesn't excuse my actions, but it's quite the opposite. I am ashamed at my lack of maturity. Again, it's like, dude, you can say you're sorry 1,000 times, but after the second, third, fourth time you apologize and never change, people are just going to assume that's how you operate. And that's all Nick has done since McCafferty began. And I love the idea of leaving McCafferty behind. And that's exactly what I'm doing, right here, right now. There are many lessons I've learned from my journey, and when I look back at it, those lessons take time and pain to set in. If you are someone with a past that you regret, let these words be your safe space. I'm done. I think I speak for everyone when I say that when I heard these lines for the first time, I was very skeptical about how true they were. There was part of me that thought, damn dude, maybe he's really done now. But there was also a part of me that thought, well, this is all he has, so... And just 6 days later, he was back with more songs. But don't worry though, they're just unreleased demos from 2017. He's not coming back. And you know that because the release is called 2 Demos Never Released from 2017. So please don't think I'm coming back. I promise you I won't. So after releasing those 2 demos and promising not to come back, he came back. In 2021, Nick updated the McCafferty Spotify bio to Beach Boy Too Soon or something to that effect, and then basically kept updating it nearly every week, teasing Beach Boy 2 until it finally released February 1st. And at first I thought it was going to be a whole album, but it turned out to be just one song. This track feels like a song McCafferty would have released pre-allegations. It's upbeat, has some woes, some O's, and some AAOOs. It's not quite the lyrical masterpiece that Isn't It Beautiful is, but there are a few key moments in this song I'd like to check out with you mates. Starting right here. Think I give a shit? Well, I don't. Everybody here's a joke. Turn all of my old friends to ghosts. Calmest before I am most. Toxic to those who are close. Please give up on the hope that you'll get through to me though. Turn off this shit if I'm gross. Those first 2 lines may be the most honest words Nick has ever authored, because it's a lot easier to process and understand his actions when viewed through the lens of, oh, this dude just literally doesn't care. And I believe at the end of the day, that's how Nick really feels, and he conveys it with his actions. Kiss on the forehead is fine. Lost in the forest of life. You don't decide when it's time. Time to take back what is mine. I thought this part was interesting because it contrasts the lyrics in Isn't It Beautiful super hard. It's a big change from wanting to be done with McCafferty to wanting to take it back because it's his. And I realize it is possible he could be talking about something else, but I don't think he is. After releasing Beach Boy 2, Nick continued to update the McCafferty Spotify page, and all of the updates basically boil down to new music coming soon. But the other day, he put out a statement of sorts, and it's already gone, but I was able to screenshot it before he took it down. I've been learning this past year how to live a safe life with BPD while maintaining healthy relationships. I'll drop some music every now and then when I feel like it / have some free time, but it is necessary that I remain healthy and stay away from music full time. I think what he means by not do music full time is just not doing social media and not being a public figure. Because I think for Nick, that's a big part of doing music full time. I still think he's gonna pour everything he has into McCafferty in terms of music, but just not interact with fans or have a channel of interaction outside of streaming platforms. I've been able to find success in staying healthy, living out of the public eye, while receiving continuous help for my personality disorder, and I'm going to continue living my life that way with my family. If you are someone who struggles with mental health, personality disorder, or just made a lot of bad choices you regret, McCafferty is for you. Thanks for listening. If I saw him, I'd still kiss him, coming at the end of March. As I'm writing this video, If I Saw Him, I'd Still Kiss Him, released on Spotify March 18th. And if someone would have told me that this was an unreleased demo from 2017, I'd believe him. If you're really into McCafferty, you'll probably love it, but to a random passerby, it's just eh. And that's the latest update from Nick and McCafferty. No mention of new music yet, other than him saying he'll release stuff when he has time. And I can't believe I almost forgot to mention this, but according to Wikipedia, he's added 2 new members to the band, Wyatt Gardner on drums and Alex D on piano. I'm not sure how he got them to join, but he probably told them it would be a good opportunity for exposure. When it comes to Nick and McCafferty, I'm not sure what the future holds, and this video is here to show you what's gone on thus far. I may make another update video this year depending on what happens, but only time will tell. But in the meantime, if you want to support a great band with former McCafferty members, check out Sister Sandy. They deserve your attention and they're such kind people. I'll link them below, and I'll see you mates next time. Thank you for watching.